Before we dive into the update, I want to talk real quickly about this Airphoria and Nike collaboration. This dropped the same day of the update. It's really weird guy. I don't know, but I'm also kind of like strangely intrigued, and I think it's kind of cool and fun and silly and goofy. So yeah, Airphorian is his name. There's a Lego version of him here. He's just kind of like a Nike Air blob guy. I know it's really weird, but there's something about it that I kind of find fun and silly. So I wanted to share that with you here too. There's an emote that comes with it, or that you can buy as well, with a little guy really happy bouncing around outside of this shoebox. I don't know if that's like this is what it feels like when you buy a nice new pair of shoes. Uh, there's a Lego version of it. Again, really silly, but there you go. All right, on to the update. Alright, so Lego Fortnite dropped a pretty big update today. It's version 29.10. They're calling it Mechanical Mayhem. And as you can see from the imagery and maybe from the name, they've added a lot of mechanical items to the game, including vehicles, finally. There's a lot in it, so I'm going to just dive right in. Right up front, there is a speeder. So there's a speeder available as a plan if you add a power cell to your inventory, and a power cell is a new item as well that you'll be able to get, and we'll get to that eventually. Next up is an off-roader, which is another vehicle template that you can build. This is available by putting flexwood in your inventory. And then there's a hauler here. If you put frostpine in your inventory, that plan will show up. Which is like a big sort of construction type vehicle that's available to you. How do you make your vehicles? It says when you unlock a recipe for a vehicle, you can create it from the builds section of the build menu. So there's a variety of parts to build your vehicles. You can create a vehicle of your own from your ground up, or if you're like me, you'll probably use the plans to build your vehicles. But walking through the parts themselves from this update, there are new toys in your toolbox. One of them is a power center. These power cells can power up your vehicles, and they come in different sizes. It looks like there's 3 different sizes, and they'll hold a different amount of power cells to charge your vehicles for distances and that sort of thing. There are new wheels in the game as well. There are turnable wheels that you can attach to your vehicles, and powered wheels simply propel your wheels forward. There are seats that they've added in as well. There's a driver's seat, but there's also some seats that you can add in for your guests, for your friends that are in your world if you want to drive around together in one vehicle. How do you power them? So that's where this new station comes in. This is a compost bin. This compost bin you can build, and it generates biomass, fertilizer, and soil. But once you have biomass generated, that's how you can get your power cell to propel and power these vehicles. This is kind of neat too, in that you can just dump your junk. Like, I know that there's a lot of stuff that the NPCs in our village, they've generated so many items for us that we don't need them all the time. So it'll be nice to pick those things up, dump them in this compost bin, and then get power cells that we can use to power our vehicles going forward. They've also added this wrench. This one's a little interesting. I'm not sure I fully understand it, but I'll just read through what they have here. With a wrench, you can assign switches and thrusters to channels, which means you can control as many thrusters as you'd like using 3 separate switches, rather than having one controlling everything. So that makes sense. I'm not sure why they specified 3 separate switches. So jump in, have a go with it. Let us know what you think. All you need is a wooden rod in your inventory, and then that recipe will unlock for you in the world. This is a new item that is available in the game as well. It's called the Illuminator. In order to build the Illuminator, you'll need to catch a thermal fish. That recipe will then be added. We took a look at this. The Illuminator is actually a passive item that you swap out for your compass. And once you have that in your slot, there's just a glow around you. You don't have to carry a torch. You can now carry a shield and still have that glow in a cave and that sort of thing. So it's pretty cool. They mention as well that there are new mechanic NPCs that will be available: Jules, Comet, and Lynx. Um, this is interesting though. They say they will steer you in the right direction if you need a hand with vehicles. I think this is a little misleading because they said something similar when they did the fishing update a little while back, where these NPCs would help you fish, and we found that that's not been the case, and that this seems to imply that these NPCs will help you build vehicles. Maybe I'm not sure what they mean by if you need a hand with your vehicles. It's a bit confusing, and I wish they wouldn't do this because I think they're being playful, but it does seem to read like that they would be helping you with vehicles, which they don't. The NPCs in your villages are still pretty limited to just um, the stations that you have. Um, Moving on, there is another new NPC. Oscar is going to join along with Jules, Comet, and Link as another potential vehicle. Now, Oscar was in the Battle Pass last season, so you may already have him in your inventory, but he'll be available to join in your world. There are new recipes as well, so you can get ice cream, snowberry ice cream, spicy ice cream if you add snow to your inventory and you have a juicer in the world. So snow is now a new item that you can collect. Once you collect snow and you have a juicer, you can start to build some of these ice cream treats, which is kind of fun. As far as major improvements, adjustments, and bug fixes, I'll run through these here. Gameplay, they say new smart transfer feature. Transfer all the similar items to and from your storage. It's easier to visually tell when your constructs are taking damage. With the new vehicle building feature, they said they've had to adjust some of the durability values. We recommend using higher rarity resources to strengthen your constructs if any parts break. Items can be dropped one at a time when a stack is picked up. Pools of fish can be found near new but somehow already run down docks that are alongside lakes and rivers. So I think they're just trying to direct people a little bit more towards fishing. They've made improvements to constructs so they remain stable when entering and exiting caves. Made stabilization fixes for constructs traveling large distances across the world. And then they've said the Stormy emote will be updated to its full intended animation in Lego Fortnite. So I'm not sure what the Stormy emote is. Maybe that's from the Battle Pass this season. And then, last but not least, there's a massive list of new Lego styles skins that are available. I'm going to read through them, and I'll show on the side here what the original Fortnite skin looked like, because I don't have images of all of the Lego styles yet, but you can get an idea of what is coming. So, there is AIM, Aftermath, All Hallows Steve, Anaconda, Archetype, Asmodeus. Astria, the Autumn Queen, Azuki, Baba Yaga, Beast Mode, Bone Wasp, Bun Bun, Bunny Brawler, Championship Jonesy, Chloe Kim, Combat Tech Jules, Copper Wasp, Corrupted Insight, Covert Cobalt, Crustina, Crazy 8, Delirium, Dreamflower, Dutch, Dynamic Hush, Elite Striker Sephria, Elmira, Firewalker, Fish Skull, Flytrap, The Foundation, Freestyle, Gaia, Guff, Haxor, Heartbreak Ranger, Highwire, Hopper, Hotwire, Joni the Scarlet, Koi Brawler Zero, Kurohamura, Chimera, Lil Split, Llama Bro, Mecha Pop, Mech Strike Commander, Mecha Strike Navigator, Meg, Menace, Metal Team Leader, Minty Bomber, Miss Bunny Penny, Mizuki, Moonwalker, Mystify, Nighthair, Oblivion, Original Renegade, Party MVP, Party Star, Pilar, PJ Pepperoni, The Prisoner, Pulse, Rabbit Raider, Rally Raider, Rift Strider Drift, Roast Lord, Rust Lord, Sora, Sergeant Winter, Shade, Shadowbird, Shogun, Sizzle Sergeant, Skelement Oro, Slugger, Snow Sniper, Spycatcher Siren, Storm Racer, Snugs, Stella, Summer Drift, Swamp Stomper, Tigress, Vanguard Banshee, Versa, The Visitor, Vilopez, Webster, Wendell, Whiska, Wingtip, Wreck Raider, Yeehaw, Yuki, and Zadie. That was a mouthful. I apologize if I got any of the pronunciation for those wrong. But those are all the skins that will be coming in Lego form. Either you'll already have them in your inventory because you already own them. Some of these are Battle Pass skins. Some of these will show up in the shop as they continue to revisit characters that have been available before and that sort of thing. And I imagine there are also skins in this patch that are new that will have Lego styles as well. That's it in terms of the patch notes for this release. We're going to keep playing and finding new tips and tricks and that sort of thing, so please come back and join us. If you have any questions or you want to share anything, leave them in the comments below, and let's talk. Take care. Bye-bye.